Oh, hey, good morning. All right, Ariza? I don't know. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Got the Mario music in the background. Someone asked me about the Mario music once, and I'm like, yeah. I just needed some chill Mario music in the background. I could put on casino music as well, but I just woke up. Not in the mood for casino music. Because I'm not gambling. Yeah, market open. We're bouncing on the markets. We found support where we would expect buyers to show up. Yeah. Let me just make sure I'm... Alright. Hopefully I don't sound like garbage. Mags. Nah, I don't care about mags. Mara stock trading within this range here. If it can break 1650 and hold up above it, we go to 17. We can go to 1760. Like, we can move a whole dollar. But we've been stuck in this range for months now, so looks like absolute trash. Look at this. Look at this monthly time frame on Mara stock. Don't tell me you don't see that. That's insane. That's insane. Look at that. 3 months so far of a lot of nothing. Someone in my Discord, Trucker Jeff, he was talking about opening up a day trading account because he wants to make money trading the range on Mara. And like, for those of you who don't know Trucker Jeff, he's like a complete beginner. So if he's getting antsy about day trading, then we might start tanking. If a beginner wants to start day trading this range, he wants to start day trading this range now. He could have done it maybe here in April, in August. Instead, he wants to do it now in September. Let's see if it breaks out today. But because it looks like an ascending triangle. Oh, good. I'm glad that I sound good, because I remember doing a little show with Joey Shaw, and he's, oh, look at that, that's an ascending triangle. I mean, call me crazy, but that looks like we're ready to break out and go higher, and we would go to 1760 in a hurry. We'd go to 1760, then 19, then 21, and then from there 25. So I mean, all of this is going to take time, but that's an ascending triangle if I've ever seen one. So Mara stock is the big play. Uranium, I like uranium, but it's just way too extended above that purple line. So I look at it every morning and I'm like, it's already too It's already moved too far and away for me to buy it. So yeah, if you have any questions, ask. Like, now's the time, but uranium's not interested in it too far extended above the purple line. I had my eyes on SOAR here, but I did not want to alert it. I don't know. I just don't know it well enough to alert it, but it looks like it also wants to break out. But I'm not buying that. Nightscope doing the same thing. Look at that. Look, I don't know why some of these stocks are doing this. I have no idea why. But Nightscope doing exactly the same thing as Mara. It's just been going sideways for months with the occasional pop. That one big run to $10. So I would expect a similar price action in the future. We actually got a buy rating here update 2 hours ago, $12. So clearly, people, analysts think this is undervalued. Yeah, anything robotics you should be buying. So Nightscope is one of those. Mara for the Bitcoin exposure. Ethereum, I don't know if I care. I don't care about it. I'll stick to what I know. Open, yeah, a lot of people have been talking about Open. So the most important thing about Open is it has to hold here. Open has to hold above 5s. If we can hold above 5s, we can go to 7, then 10. But that's about it. We'll see if it holds here. This is a very tough area to get over for Open. Yeah, you look at the weekly time frame. That's a hard area to get over. If we can't get over that 5 and hold above it, and we drop under 5, it's probably over for the stock. It'll start coming down because this is the opportunity here for Open. This is the opportunity for buyers to really send it. Like, this is their chance right here, right now. So let's see if they show up. I don't care about Singulate, Rivian. Uranium is too expensive right now. Iran. See, Iran wants 30 plus. See, I imagine if Iran starts going, we'll see Mara start moving, right? I imagine. Does CLSK have does that have an ascending triangle as well? It also has an ascending triangle. So we're seeing ascending triangles on these Bitcoin miners. This one's not as clear, as clean, but that's an ascending triangle, so. Yeah, look at that. It wants the breakout. It could easily touch 1660 and then pull back. That's the problem. So we have to wait till end of day to see how it actually ends up closing more than anything. Riot stock, man, that one is showing the most strength out of all of these. But it's not a buy opportunity because you're buying so close to the top compared to Mara. That's I don't know why this one has been moving this way. Maybe there's something behind the scenes going on, and maybe it's pivoting into AI infrastructure or something, and they haven't announced it yet. I don't know. ARG B here, is it just me or does that look like a? Well, this is the top, but this right here. This looks like we're gonna break out and go higher if it holds today. Probably a bit. Today's a very important day actually, in terms of A, we found support yesterday. B, is it gonna hold? Is it gonna hold here? That's the most important thing. Let's see, QQQ. Let me look at APLD. APLD, is APLD at a discount right now? A little bit of a discount. APLD just ran away from me. Where am I? MSTR is a buy for sure. APLD, okay, so is this at a discount yet? Nope, you're still paying a premium. So APLD is not a buy. NVTS right at bottom. Like, this is like when you would want to buy. NVTS is like right now, literally at the absolute bottom. This is where you want to buy. Probably set a stop loss at like 5.60 and just in case it does break down, because if it breaks down, it's coming, like it can move down like a whole buck. So that's good risk to reward on MVTS. Soundhound. Can you look at QSI and SAD-G? All right, give me a second here. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I don't like SoundHound here. No, I don't like any of these. Color stock, is that one dying off? Yeah, it's just gonna keep tanking. Rich Tech Robotics, I would buy this one under 2. It's coming on down, which is we've been waiting for that. Robinhood, yeah, Robinhood under 100. I think it's an accumulation. Nvidia, if it doesn't hold here, man, it's gonna bring the markets down. But we should see 160s, low 160s again. Netflix, I kind of want to be like, going once, going twice, sold. All right, so Netflix is a buy. That one just keeps going up over the long term. We're always going to need entertainment. BBAI, right at the purple line. You're getting a huge discount from highs. It's always a buy down here. TSSI, same thing. Again, this month tends to be pretty terrible for quantum and tech stocks, which means this is the month you want to be accumulating. Yeah, I don't think I see anything else on my radar. Bitcoin, that would be very funny if this is the month where Bitcoin decides to rally while tech is showing weakness. That would be pretty interesting, to say the least. Hey Shades, can you take a look at Circle? It's been dumping hard. Oh, well, if it's been dumping hard, what do you want me to say about it? Let me see. SCRCL, is that what it? Yeah, Circle. Hopefully the music's not too loud. The chill Mario music. Alright, so Circle. Yeah, it has been dumping hard. Wow, this is still a new stock. You know how I know it's still a relatively new stock? Because there's no purple line. The purple line is nowhere to be found. Because it hasn't even been on the market for 200 days. So there's no purple line. I don't know. I don't even know what. I don't know. I can't make a comment on this. Man, this thing is volatile. It went from. Holy, nah, man, this is way too volatile. If you want to buy this, I don't even know where you would buy. This is still there's not enough data for me to even. Yeah, there's not enough data for me to even. Like, I can't say anything. There's not enough data. Like, this thing is still new to the markets. When did this IPO? It came out in June? Yeah, there's not enough data. Yeah, I figured the music could be quieter. I lowered it a bit. Because I can't tell how much the mic picks up the music. Yeah, Circle, I have no idea. I don't. It would have, if buyers show up, they have to show up here. Here's where it consolidated and broke out. So they would have to show up at like probably 100. That's going to be your psychological level, around 100. Yeah, 100 to 105. That's where I would watch for buyers to show up, because buyers are not showing up right now. Again, not enough data. Look at this. So I can't do much with this. So yeah, I would look for see if buyers show up at 100 more than anything on Circle. I'll add that to my watch list just to keep an eye on it. Let's see, what QSI? QSI. Never heard of this one. Another one that's dumping hard. Oh wow, I'm adding this one to my watch list. I like these kinds of stocks that have a bottom. That's a good one. That's a good one. Ariza. I don't know. QSI looks. Let me look at the. Let's start with the yearly and work our way down. Oh wow, this one's been around for years. Good. We have some data we can work with. So for years now, this one likes to come down to like low 60 cents and then rallies huge. Interesting to take note of that. Quarterly time frame, we've just been going sideways down here. Monthly, is this, what exchange is this on? NASDAQ? The only concern I would have is they decide to do a reverse split like Mullen or Color stock. That would screw it up. So it's not something I would buy like a big amount of if I were to play it. I mean, it's right at support right now, quite literally on the monthly time frame. This is the monthly. I thought this was the weekly. Like literally, it's right. Like this is where you would buy, and you'd probably set a stop loss at like 0.99 or something. Let me look at. We'll see. Because it does come down to 60 cents. That's your next support weekly time frame. Oh, holy crap! So it loves to come up to the purple line, consolidate, and then tank. Huh. Yeah, I mean, it's right at support, so this is like where you would buy. Let me see. As long as they're not going to do a reverse split. Again, I don't know anything about the stock or the company behind it, so all I'm looking at is the... I'm just looking at the technicals here. So as long as there's no threat of a reverse split, then we shouldn't be concerned. Yeah, big picture, I think it's already broken out of its downtrend, no? Yeah. So this is just good old sideways action. What does this stock do? This one's very interesting. I don't know what proteomics. I don't know how to say that word. Proteomics. Never heard of that. I don't even know what that is. Never heard of that. Protein sequencing. All right, whatever. I don't know. Why does it have the word quantum in it? It's not a semiconductor, right? Okay, so it's right at bottom. This one looks, it looks good. Wow. Came down as low as 95 cents, but it can come down as low as 60 cents. Had a huge gap up here. There was a huge gap up here. What happened here? Why was there a huge gap in November 1920 of last year? I'd have to go back in time and see what happened in November. This one likes to pump a lot. It like finds a bottom and then pumps. If you don't try to time the bottom and you just buy at the purple line and under it, I mean, at this point it's just fluctuating around it. So this is a buy. This is like you're not even buying at the purple line. You're buying it like way under it. So, but I still wouldn't add much. Maybe $2,000 worth. I wouldn't go big. Again, I'm gonna do some due diligence on this one. This one's very interesting. That's a good one. Let me see. SEDG. Let's start with the yearly. How long has this been on the markets? Oh, it's found a bottom already at 10, but it has to break out above 30s. Okay, we'll see what quarterly time frame. Whoa, quarterly time frame. I think I'm seeing a very interesting pattern here. It tanks and then like kind of forms a cup, and a handle then breaks out on the quarterly time frame. So I mean, looks like it's starting to form the beginning of a cup, maybe a handle, then break out. Might rinse and repeat, literally the past. Again, this is a quarterly time frame. Yeah, 1K. Yeah, yeah. You don't want to put too much in that. I think that thing is risky as far as I can tell. Yeah, quarterly time frame on SEDG looks like long term. You know, we'll get a recovery, and that recovery should send it to like 50s and possibly back to 80s on the quarterly. Again, it's a quarterly time frame, so it's going to be a while. Monthly time frame. Look at this. It loves to. Why does it love to do this? Look at this. It loves to form these cups. Once it like it's so interesting to me to see this pattern, right? It likes to form cups here at the bottom, but once it gets going and then it consolidates and then tanks. Holy crap, it's pretty nasty. But has this done a reverse split? Is that why it's showing such a high share price of 389? Because if this stock does reverse splits, then that automatically I don't want to touch that. Yeah, as you go to the smaller time frames, you'll see the cup. I don't know if I'd give it a buy, but it looks, if you think it's gonna play out that same cup pattern where it just slowly rises after a downtrend, I mean, this is quite the. Did it break out here? Because it has to. Yeah, it's barely holding on. It has to break above and hold above 30s. Let's look at the daily. Oh, it's above the purple line on a daily. That's the problem. That's a big problem. because I just don't like buying above the purple line unless it's like an established stock like Nvidia. But it is trending, so I mean, it's inside a channel. Definitely, if anything, if you wanna ride the trend, you would look to buy at the channel support. I know someone who loves to trade channels, but yeah, that purple line was your friend down here. Like as soon as the price, well, the problem is it's, yeah, no, this is a weird one. I've never seen something like this. I wouldn't give it a buy. If you want to take the risk though, either wait for the purple line for a discount or at the trend line support, because it's clearly very clear channel here. Took a day off work, then realized Shades does live. Great day off. Play at your own risk. I remember you. Did your name used to be Ace King, or did your name used to be? You changed your name, man. I forget. Yeah, I hate when people change their names because it's like, oh, I remember that guy. Oh, I never mind. I don't remember because people change their names. It would be like if I changed my name from Shades to like, I don't know, Cookie Monster, I guess. I don't know why I changed my name to Cookie Monster, but alright, so Ion Q. Yeah, Quantum is I think being slept on. Honestly, that's the one thing I've been noticing is people sleep on Quantum. You look at the Quantum ETF. This is the Quantum ETF. What do you see on the yearly time frame? You just see a rinse and repeat. Every red year is nothing more than a buy opportunity, whether it's 2022 or 2018. Those were like the two bear markets that we had, at least for Quantum stocks. But Quantum just keeps rising, and it's not like the technologies, it's not like it's here. Like Quantum is still far off, and yet it's already starting to, trend like this. So my name used to be T22. See, I knew it. I'm like, who is this guy? Is this Ace King? Is this 22? Right, like, who am I dealing with? Yeah, I remember you. I think we go way. You were like the first person that commented on my Sybil video. I think my very first video. I remember. I think I like 22 better, but because it's easier to remember. Like, play at your own risk. What are you playing? Competitive video games? Let's see. So yeah, yearly time frame, Quantum stocks, long-term hold. I never talk about long-term holds. Let's go over long-term holds because I'm gonna be here for only 30 minutes. So till 9. Well, I started a little later, so we still got 7 more minutes. Oh, Mara's on the move. Mara's on the move, guys. Look at that. Let's see if it actually goes anywhere. Look at that. Look at that. It touched 1667. It has to break out and hold today. If we can do that, we start moving, and people are gonna start getting excited. Because I already had one guy in my Discord tell me like, "Oh my God, it's moving! It's moving! I'm so excited!" Yes, thanks. So shout out to Play at Your Own Risk. He's an OG. Let me see. Yeah, Discord here. So Jeff here. Jeff is he's older. Trucker Jeff, he's older. He's like 57, and he's starting late. He's getting into the markets a little late, but he makes 6 figures driving a truck. So he has like quite a bit, and he's Gen X, right? So he has quite a bit of money to play with. But he wants to make money every day, right? That's kind of like why people get into the markets. They want to make money every day. So he's kind of getting a little desperate, and he's like, hey, I think I'm gonna open up an account and just start buying 200 shares, then flipping it over and over and over again, because it's just Maro stock is stuck in the same range. So I told him, hey, go for it. But as soon as he said that, I was like, if a beginner like Jeff is getting desperate enough to want to make money every day flipping instead of holding for the big swing, it probably means we're going to start to either break down and go lower, or we're going to break out and go higher. And he's going to be like, well, I guess I'm not day trading anymore because now it's running. Because he's a good indicator. The beginner's always a good indicator. Always pay attention to beginners. because they don't know what they're doing. But anyways, we'll see if Mara stock wants to break out and go higher. I actually bought some in pre-market. I bought like 50 shares in pre-market because I'm like, well, if this plays out, I can flip it if I want, but we'll see. Again, it's all about how we close end of day. If this thing closes, red, or if it, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not excited just yet. I need to see that breakout and hold above. I need that breakout above 1670 more than anything. I think if we go to the smaller time frame, so you can see here it pumped and now it's coming back down. So I think it's still a buy. You're still getting a discount, but once it starts running away, I wouldn't want to chase it at 18 plus. Let me put it that way. So get in while it's still cheap. My name okay, wait. Long-term swing trade. I'm liking Bit Farms. Oh wow, no, I don't like I kind of don't like Bit Farms because isn't this one this one sucks. I hate this one. Let me look at the monthly time frame. Maybe, I hate it because it's not volatile enough. Like, it only moves like 10 cents up and down, whereas Mara moves like 50 cents up and down. So you can really like abuse that. You can even abuse it with covered calls and buy back the covered call at a profit. There's the volatility that comes with Mara is the reason I love it, because you can do so much with it. But a bid F isn't bad. That's not what I'm saying. I think if you're gonna hold for the big swing, I think definitely a good one to buy. So long as it's following Bitcoin, you'll be fine. This thing is gonna have to break above 180. If it can break 180, we go to 230, and then 230 to 3 in a hurry. I remember when I first started trading. I think I traded Bitfarms like a long time ago, and I made the mistake of buying the top because I didn't know any better. I was still developing as a trader. Yeah, look at Mara. It's trying. High shades, just for the sake of clarity, what are your recommendation for people who want to increase their position in Mara? Just keep buying. Honestly, just keep buying Mara. Like, don't try to time the bottom. Don't try to time it. Just let me see. Just buy. Like, me and Jeff go back and forth. He's like the beginner in the Discord. That's why I always talk about him. You can see here. He says, "You're right, LOL. That's what I'm thinking too. Me, the greedy fucker that I am, I'd be more than mad. I bought some just now at 15.85. I'll buy more also over the next few weeks. It's time to load up, I think." Yeah, he's got an average at 17, but he was kind of being greedy. He wanted it to come down like 14s and 13s. Me too, not gonna lie, but the thing is, because he's waiting for 13s and 14s, he's not buying. He's not accumulating while it's at 15 to 16. So if it starts running to 18 and then 20, he's going to be kicking himself for not buying at 15 and 16s. So I'm just telling you, I think it's just buy it. Just buy it. Don't try to, just buy it. Just buy it. Because once it starts running above 16, once it starts running above 17, it's gone. It's going to go. So don't be greedy like Jeff. Bro, you need to reread your messages. You keep saying that, and when it goes down there, you don't actually buy. That's the funny thing. When it actually does come down to like 14s or 13s, he doesn't buy. He gets scared. Like, oh no, what if it goes lower than 13s? Now I'm going to wait for 12s and 11s. So it just kind of like this cycle of, I want to buy cheaper. When it does get cheaper, he doesn't want to buy it. Because what if it goes down to 12s? What if it goes down to 10 again? So I had to kind of, I'm teaching him out. I'm helping him out, making sure that he, stays on track. And I told him, I was just waiting for you to buy so it dumps lower, LOL. But that's not what happened. It's starting to move, and he's going to send me a message like, oh man, Mara on the move. There we go. A lot of people are heavy in Mara because it's a money maker. When you got that kind of volatility, you got to take advantage of it. So Jeff in the West, shout out to him if he's watching. I don't think he is. I think he drives a truck, so he can't actually be watching. Because apparently he has an AI bot that like looks at him and tells him, hey, keep your eyes on the road, keep your hands on the steering wheel. Hey, he's being bullied by an AI in the truck, which I didn't know that was a thing. Let me look at my comic. artist fix sent. I will proceed to the next. I can think I can sketch the next page by the next weekend. I might try to find 3D objects to set up the background of it. We need the background, so sketching the page might take a bit of time. All right, yeah, I'm making a comic, so I've been working with an artist, and we're just working on some projects here. So it's gonna have like, it's gonna have kind of like some Seinfeld type of humor, because I love Seinfeld, and there's a Mexican show called De Chavo del Ocho, which has like exaggerated characters. So that's kind of like the vibe I'm going for. So like a little bit of Seinfeld with the situational stuff, right? With the man hands and the, stalking someone to meet them, bump into them on purpose at their job, etc., and pretending to be, Art Vandelay, all that fun stuff. So that's kind of like the vibe I'm going for. But it's very expensive to be paying an artist constantly. But yeah, sounds good. So that's like a little project I'm working on while writing the trading book and a bunch of other stuff. Sounds good. Give him a thumbs up. No pressure. Take your time. So yeah. So I'm just always doing something. Oh, look at Mara. See, this is what I was telling you. Like it poked out of the range and now it's getting pushed down again. So I think just don't try to time it. Just buy. Just buy. All right, any other questions? I think if people ask me what the best buys are, Best Buy. The best buys right now are Mara, Nightscope, Palantir Partnership. Like if you want something safe, and I'm not going to say guaranteed, but something safe, Mara and Nightscope are the way to go. Definitely the way to go. And Sybil right now. Nobody wants Sybil when it's under the purple line, and then it always rallies to like a penny. So that one's also good, but it's a little on the riskier side. That you still have to kind of respect the fact that it's a 00 penny stock. So you kind of, be a little careful with that one. I wouldn't put too much. But yeah, long-term holds. For long-term holds, I would. Yeah, look at Bitcoin, by the way. Look at that. Look at that beautiful touch of that purple line. Look at that. It's almost like it works, right? I don't know why it works. It just does. But I got the strategy from Charlie Munger. And may he rest in peace. I think he's the one that passed away, right? Yeah, he's the one who said, hey, Charlie Munger, for those of you who don't know, it's like a billionaire, made a lot of money in the markets. He said if you buy at the 200 moving average, you can outperform the market and make a lot of money. And so I was wondering, if it's that easy, why doesn't everyone do it? And that's when I realized, like, well, the reason people don't use this 200 MA strategy or MA strategy or WMA strategy is because you have to wait months sometimes for it to come down, right? Like the last time this was under the purple line was way back in February 25 of this year. And it's not, it has not touched the purple line until now in September. So you had to wait, what? March, April, May, June, July, August, September, 7 months just to get the opportunity to buy the dip at a discount at the purple line. People aren't going to wait 7 months to get that discount. So, because they want to make lots of money right away. So, so that's why I tell people, like, I'll give you my strategy, but do you have the patience for it? That's a whole other thing. And it's true, you will outperform the market if you buy at the purple line. I don't know why it works. It just does. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 touches of that purple line. I don't know why the algorithms show up, why buyers show up, but if it works, it works. Might as well, abuse it. So if you have any questions, ask. Because I'm going to probably go in like 5 minutes. And we're already way over time. But in terms of long-term holds, I would go with, let me see. So long-term holds, IonQ for sure. Long-term, we're just going to see quantum stocks rise. So IonQ is a good one. Long-term, I'm talking long-term like 10, 20 years. If you got that kind of life ahead of you. If you're Trucker Jeff age, like 57-ish, probably not. You'll probably be gone before you get to see the big gains, right? APLD, no, I'd stick with IonQ. I'd stick with IonQ. I like APLD, but I'm like, do I really want to say it's a good long-term hold? I'd stick with IonQ. What else? Netflix is a good long-term hold. I wish they would do like a forward stock split. so that we can be cheap, like at $100 a share, kind of like Nvidia did. But people are going to need to be entertained. Entertainment it's always going to be necessary. Like people need to feel alive, and they do that through watching dramas and all that other fun stuff. So watching the Seinfelds to get good laughs and be entertained, and live in a fantasy world, like watching Harry Potter and you're like, oh my god, Hogwarts, woo, right? Like you need that excitement. You need something to distract you from real life obligations. So I think Netflix, good one long term. It performs well as well. Look at that yearly time frame. In the past 13 years, it's only had 2 red years, and they were nothing more than dip buying opportunities. So Netflix, IonQ are good long-term holds in my opinion. Let me see. I don't know enough about Robinhood to make that kind of call, but I heard Robinhood's a good long-term hold, but I'm not going to make that call. Nvidia, same thing as Netflix. Look at that. Same thing as Netflix. Past 13 years, just 2 red years, nothing more than dip buying opportunity. So Netflix, Nvidia, that's really all you would need. Entertainment and semiconductors. Palantir, sure, I guess. But if I had to choose between Palantir and Nvidia, I just go with Nvidia. Because if Nvidia's established, it's been around forever. Whereas Palantir has only been around for, 5 years? So I would go with, if you're going to hold something long term, you would want to go with something that's more established, like Netflix. That's been around for a long time. Over a decade, ideally. So yeah. No. I don't think I see anything else here. Everything else is just a penny stock. I think SoundHound, the voice of AI, that's another good long-term hold. I rarely talk about long-term holds, but SoundHound, Netflix, Nvidia, IonQ, you get quantum semiconductor exposure. You got the AI voice with SoundHound. RGTI, I almost forgot about that one. Sybil would be a good part of your long portfolio, but it would have to be a small part. It's still risky. It wouldn't be something you had a big position on. RGTI, where's RGTI? RGTI, let me look. Yeah, RGTI, same thing. RGTI, same thing as IonQ. It would be a good long-term hold, but you have to kind of pick and choose. Do I buy RGTI or IonQ? I would go with IonQ, but both of them are fine, in my opinion. So that's about it. In terms of long-term holds, that's about it. Yeah, Mara, look at that. Mara, poking out of that range and getting pushed down. So we'll see how it actually closes towards the end of the day. Maybe we get a big push, big announcement. Maybe something big happens. But so far right now at open, looks like it's doing the classic poke out of the range and then come right back under it. Maybe it's going to play out the whole pattern, right? Maybe it's going to come down and retest this trendline support and then finally break out, right? Maybe that's what's going to happen. But we'll see. The fact that, buyers have the opportunity right now to really push this higher. So it would be kind of concerning that buyers aren't able to show up where we would expect them to, at the top of the range inside of what tends to be a bullish pattern, an ascending triangle. Yeah, Bitcoin just kind of struggling to break out and go anywhere. So yeah, don't worry. You're going to get the opportunity to buy Mara. Clearly, you're still going to get the opportunity to buy it cheap. It's... I know Trucker Jeff is like, oh man, it was going to run. Now it faked me out. Always pay attention to the beginners. I understand all your psychological points of view. It's funny because it's relatable kind of memes type of depiction of the reality of human retail mentality and behavior in the stock market. Human retail mentality. Humans, right? Humans. But you gotta like humans because they're good buy signals sometimes. Alright guys, any other questions? I was gonna check something. What was I gonna check? I was gonna check Trucker Jeff. He must have just messaged me like, hey, it's running. Oh no, it's not running anymore. Mara on the move today. See, beginners, they get excited every morning. Like, oh my god, it's moving. but they don't understand that it's about how it closes, not about how it opens. It's about how it closes, brother. I literally just typed him that message. You know he's gonna look at his phone during lunch time when he's not driving the truck, and he's gonna be like, "Oh my God, it's faked me out again." Mara on the move today. It's about how it closes, brother. So he's not gonna respond right away. He's driving the truck. If he responds, he's probably gonna kill someone. All right, guys. Any more questions? Anything you want me to look at? I was gonna do something. I don't even remember what. What was I gonna do? I was gonna look at open. Yeah, open. If it can break and hold above 5s, it's gonna rocket to like 7, but it's super risky because you're buying way above the purple line. Yeah, Mara. Let's look at Mara on the 3-minute. Yeah, look at that. Classic, huge pump. Everyone gets excited. Well, the ones that like Jeff, and then it just comes right on down. Yeah, that's the thing with beginners, is they're just constantly staring at their phone. Like, they can't get away from it. They're just, every day they're like, "Oh my God, it's finally on the move, woo!" And then they get disappointed when it's going down. Like, he needs to break out of that mindset. He needs to become jaded, really. And he shouldn't be checking out the price action like that constantly. Because that's what he does. He wakes up in the morning and just constantly checks it. And I'm trying to help him, but he doesn't listen. Kind of has a gambler's problem a little bit. Alright, guys. Since there's no more questions, that's it for this stream. 41 minutes. I was not expecting to talk for this long. But I will see you tomorrow. Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, because it's Labor Day week. So I'll see you guys Thursday. I don't think Mara's going to go much of anywhere. Looks like we're just going to go back into that same range. Eventually we will break out. We'll make our 30, 50, 80% plus. So just keep accumulating. Stop trying to time like... Don't be like Jeff, who wants to time 13s, 12s, 11s. And then when it goes down there, he doesn't want to buy because it's like, well, what if it goes to 10? What if it goes to 9? Just buy.